No, Mortley. Oh, I know I love you too. It's beautiful. But I was trying to do something here. Thank you. Well, hello all and welcome. Hope you're all doing well. Today is the 9th of December. Couple of little facts about the 9th of December for you as well. Bit of useless information coming up now. 1960, 9th of the 12th, 1960, here in the UK, a little soap opera started, still running to this day, called Coronation Street. So that's 63 years old. And also on 9th of the 12th, 1960, I was born. So Coronation Street and myself are the same age. Hey, what a couple of useless facts that is. Right, I'm returning to gardening. So what have I got for you this one? Well, I'm going to show you the onions because they've germinated and they've been, the last couple of days or so, have been moved into the grow lights, or moved under the grow lights. Hello. See, have you met Dizzy Doo-Doo? A dog? Daft dog. Right. And they've been moved under the grow lights. I've done some more onions, and I've done another couple of extra things as well, which I'll show you about. I want to show you in the greenhouse with regards a little bit of something I touched on a couple of videos back, and I want to show you a bit with that. But before we do any of that, let's go into the spare room and I'll show you how the onions are doing and what else I've been sowing seeds for. Well, there we go. There's me onions from under the grow lights, or that are now under the grow lights. I'm quite pleased with all the germination. These are the Kelsey. They've not germinated that well. Shall we say they leave a bit to be desired. But in here is the exhibition. There's 49 cells in there, and I think there's only a couple that have not fired. But I've got more than enough there. I'd be quite happy with only having about 20 of them, so I'm very pleased with that. At the back there is the sweet yellow, or the yellow sweet Spanish. They've germinated really well. Done marvellous. I'm very pleased with them. And then along the back there are the Redlander, which I've never done before, along with the yellow sweet Spanish. It's first year for both of those for me, and I'm quite pleased with the way they've done. In fact there's still one or two more of the Redlander starting to come up, a few more in there coming up. They're going to be left under there now. Today is the 9th of December. These, as I say, will stay here now until into the new year. I don't plan on potting them on. When I do pot them on, I'm going to put them into multi-cell seed trays, which will then go under here, and then I've got another one of these setups next to it. I'm going to put, I've noticed that these have they're sort of slightly leaning back to the light, so I'm going to put a piece of foil across the front, just to help diffuse a bit of light, a bit of extra light on them. But yeah, I thought I'd give you an update on the onions and how they are coming on. All looking pretty good. I'm very pleased with them so far. Okay, so these are the, well, they're the extra seeds. This is my old heated propagator. I've had, I don't know how many years I've had that. I've had that a good few years. It's not turned on at the moment. I've stopped using that now. This is one of those new heat mats that I bought the other week. Doing a grand job. As you can see, I've got a 12-inch seed tray with a propagator top on. If I remove that, in there are 4 pots with the yellow sweet Spanish onion in there. Those there, I've got basil and parsley in there. That is something that my daughter asked about the other day, so I've just sown them earlier this morning, got them done, so we're leaving them in there. The onions, I think it took the onions about 8 days roughly to germinate, but I'll keep an eye on them, and then I will no doubt move them. Well, I will move them then under the grow lights. I have got the grow light set up that I've got there at the moment. I've got another one identical next to it, so they can all go straight in there, so not a problem. But I just thought I'd show you what I'm doing now. I've as I say, got them onions done. I've done some more of the yellow sweet Spanish because the packet had got about 350 seeds in it, and I thought, right, let's sow a few more. So there we are, a few more seeds sown. Well, I'm just out the front of the house here, and I've actually been putting up the Christmas lights. As you can see, run all the various Christmas lights, but I've got a little something to show you. Just look at this. There you go, as you can see there, and then down along here, bluebells starting to come up. Today is the 11th of December, and I've got to be honest, I wouldn't have expected to see these. There's a few more there. This does get covered in them. It's a little bit of ground between myself and my neighbour, and yeah, 11th of December, and bluebells coming up. Unbelievable. Well, this is a bit of a impromptu trip round to the allotment. Cut a long story short, my allotment gets, it's about 95% clay. That's why I use these small beds. When I first took this on, part of it had been dug, but it's always been heavy going. It always has, you know. So I thought to myself, what's the best thing I can do? And I thought, if I make small beds, I only need to put goodness in a small area, rather than trying to cover all of it in goodness, shall we say. So it's worked, and it does work. I have some cracking crops off stuff, but I've not been round for, I bet you it's probably 3 weeks easy, because we've had a couple of days of rain, then it's been clear, then we've had some more rain, then it's been clear, and then we've had frost and snow and so on. And I've basically come round just to have a look to see how things are. Not brilliant, but I thought I'll give you a bit of a look at some of the stuff I've got here, and hopefully we'll be harvesting for Christmas. So at the moment, you're not on a tripod at the moment, you're on one of me compost Daleks. So I'll walk you around, and I'll give you a little bit of a look at 1 or 2 things. Right, sprouts. Not brilliant, but I can tell you something, I've had a lot worse. Some of these not going to be too bad. Crispus is the variety. So I'm quite pleased with them. They're doing okay. I shall, as long as I get a feed for Christmas off those, I'm not really bothered whatsoever about what else happens. And talking of harvest, here's my bean canes, and can we see here, look, these seed heads, these are all the Spanish flag. So before I go today, I'm going to grab as many of them as I can, and we'll dry them out. I've got a bed over here. This was dug over some time ago. I had the sweet peas out the front, and I got them out, and then I have had the potatoes out of here. So I've put that to bed. That's done. I'll do the same with this once I've had the sprouts out. Winter cabbage. Now then, they're not winter cabbage. They're some cauliflower that I think I can forget. There's that's the only, yeah, there's nothing, so I think we can forget those. The winter cabbage, they've still, I think I may have put these in a bit late, but having said that, if they're not ready for Christmas, there's February, March, you know, can always use them at that sort of time. That bed there needs clearing out. That's had some lettuce in it, so that needs clearing. This here, I've got three. I've got 4 clumps of potatoes to get out, and as you can see here, look, with the clay, it's just an absolute mass. I've tried to put compost in, spent compost and fresh compost from off me bins from there, and it's coming along, but it's a slow process, full stop. So this is all going to be put to bed, as is I've done here. There's some zinnias, cosmos stuff that needs to come out of there. This was some calabrese that needs coming out, quick job. Parsnips, now I've not dug any of these up yet, but as we can see, the frost has got at them, and they're definitely going to be ready. Today, by the way, is the 15th of December, so I'm quite keen to leave them a little bit longer and get them up, because I want some for Christmas Day, obviously. Some more winter cabbage that's gonna have to wait a bit. That's the only one that's got anything like a heart to it, and it's not much. And then some leeks. There's it's elephant and musselburgh in there, and as you can see by the state of the beds, you can see I've not been around for a while, because as I've said before, the weather has been absolutely diabolical, but I'm reasonably pleased with everything. I've got this beetroot to get up, that I'm going to get up and just shred, and it'll go into the compost bins. So right, let me just turn you around. Yeah, so as I say, I'm going to harvest those seeds off there. I've not been around for, as I say, about 3 weeks, and I wanted to just have a look and see how things are going. Sprouts, reasonably pleased with those. We'll get a couple of feeds off them, but I should imagine, you don't need me to tell you, but I should imagine that a lot of you with allotments are in the same position. The weather's, there's umpteen jobs that you want to get and do, and the weather's just against you, and you just wasting your time well, I am coming around here, because once I get and start and do any work, the ground starts to get a bit too heavy. 1 or 2 beds aren't too bad because of the treatment they've had over the years, but yeah, it's just a bit of a waste of time trying to get on it at the moment. But that's the weather we can't control, so we just got to go with it. Well, that's it for this one. Thank you all very much for watching. It really is very much appreciated. I'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and let's hope that 2024 is a bumper year for all of us with regards harvests. We can but hope. We're dealing with Mother Nature, so who knows. I'd like to also thank my new subscribers. Very much appreciated. Thank you all very much. I hope you enjoy all my videos and future videos. I've now got round to cleaning the greenhouses, washing them all down, as you can see with the various still images. I didn't bother videoing it all. I thought, no, don't really see the point in doing that. But as you can see, 1 or 2 pictures of me cleaning inside and out. So they're all done and ready now to start again for next year. With regards the little trip round on the plot, that was totally 110% off the cuff. I'd not been round for a while. I didn't know what state things were in, and I thought to myself, well, I'll nip round, go and have a look, and take you with me. And you've seen it all, warts and all. As I say, the site is, or my plot is, very clayey, hence just putting goodness into the beds. As I've already explained, I'm repeating myself here, but I find that's possibly the best way for anybody to get anything out of ground that's in a bit of poor condition. So, as I say, Merry Christmas to you all. Be good, look after yourselves, look after each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra a bit.